Welcome back, guys, to another video. It's episode number 2 of this Kilmarnock Realistic Career Mode series. As you guys did see in the first episode, we bring in a couple of signings, of course. We beat Motherwell 3-2, and then we drew 3-3 with Celtic, and then 2-2 away to Hibs. Today, we've got St Mirren, Livingston, Deadline Day, and Dundee United. It's going to be very competitive, as usual. Still unbeaten in the Premiership, and we are currently right now 5th in the Premiership. We are in the top 6, having a good adventure. We've scored a joint most goals in the league. We've conceded 7, sadly, though. But we've got to try and think positive, as we really know our results are really impressive. Rory McKenzie is a player I'm not looking to depart yet. But for Rory McKenzie, potential leaving. Oh, yo, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, man? Good to see you. When did I see you?
Hi guys, I think we're ready for this one.
Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday I saw you? Andrew, did I see you? Was it yesterday I saw you? Or the day before? No, it's Friday. It's Friday. I saw you on Friday. Yep. Hope you're alright, man. Did you have a good weekend in the end? Happy with the group? It's about confidence. Going into a St Mirren game, I feel a bit confident. That's what Derek thinks. Right, so St Mirren win, they move on to 9 points. They could go second, for the set up a second. We can go third if we win today. That's good, man. Right, so Kyle McGuinness will start today. Brad Lyons will drop to the bench. Callum Watts will keep his place somehow. And it's Cameron did score the league quiz at our bench well in last week, so he does deserve a start. And Kyle Vassell will also be on the bench today. Him and Bobby Bales will lead the line as Bobby Bales is showing a bit of quality still. Have a player chat with Donnelly. Think about giving him a chance to him, but it's not going to happen right now. But guys, Brixton chat plays, guys. I'm going to go 1-0 Killie. I think we'll narrowly beat them. It'll be a close game though. But there, the boys, their dressing room is looking good. Kyle McGuinness, of course, really loving being a Kilmarnock player. It's really good. St Mirren have coming here. But the rain is hammering down here in Ayrshire. It's hammering, raining down right now in Ayrshire in real life right now. It's incredible. It's been a rainy day in Kilmarnock all day long. Got my fan on, guys. But there is the Premiership team. Johnson still the only team without a point, but Kilmarnock can't believe they're still unbeaten in the Premiership. I say really know they're up in the top 6, fighting for right now, trying to get into Europe. Getting into Europe one day would be excellent. Well, a couple of changes. Cox remains in goal. Cox has been very important since joining on loan. His 4 appearance out of 4 so far. The back 3 obviously retain their places. In midfield, I made a couple of changes. Kyle McGuinness does come in. And then up front, and as Cameron comes in, Bobby Wales keeps his place. Kyle Vassell is dropped to the bench, but Bobby Wales knows his future at Kilmarnock is looking very promising. David Watson there too, getting another opportunity in the Kilmarnock team. Under myself, well, under Derek McGuinness. St Mirren come down from Paisley, of course it is. Going to be a goal. It's Trevor Carson. Back 5 for Stephen Robinson, side of Scott Tanzer, Gallagher, Fraser, Shaughnessy and Tate. The midfield 3 of Bacchus. Okay. Gurl and O'Hara and Ozungla and Grieve lead the line. Tony Watts on the bench. Cox, the goalkeeper for Kilmarnock, on loan from Brentford, because we couldn't find Will Dennis, remember, guys. But it's really hanging. Cox has played all 4 games so far, and he's actually not considered every one of them, but he has made very impressive saves at times that he needs to. After the 2-0 draw in Burnley last weekend, can we win at Rugby Park today? Let's go. Bobby Wales out to Waters, who still keeps his place somehow, but oh well. Or from Chris Stokes to Daniel Armstrong here. Armstrong into Kyle McGuinness, former St Mirren player. Wing to capable ability against one of his old teams. Stokes to Watson. Good play from Killie so far. Good control of possession here. Nice and early. Lost by Armstrong to Tanzer. Here comes St Mirren. Thalinga. Good defending by Ash Taylor. The back 3 have not been changed yet somehow this season. Salunga. Good block by Ash Taylor. Here comes St Mirren, no. And Bacchus hits it over the bar. And Cox will go route one with the man alone from Brentford. Chris Stokes heads it down, but Grieve won it back, but Chris Stokes did win it back. It's McGuinness. Dennis Cameron scored the equaliser superbly at Hibs last time out. And here is Daniel Armstrong, cuts inside and cuts in on his left foot. It's a good ball in, headed away by St Mirren though. Fourth couldn't win it either. Can't, but it's a free kick in the St Mirren half to Kilmarnock for the blatant handball. And Armstrong will take over the free kick. It is in by Daniel Armstrong. Look for Ernest Cameron there. Armstrong heads it back down. St Mirren really know they've got head tennis on their cards today. Forward for Waters. Ernest Cameron. Look for Daniel Armstrong here, but he's unlucky not to find him. Here comes St Mirren. So they push forward. Ash Taylor Cox came off his line, but Ash Taylor dealt with it thankfully. Chris Stokes to Waters. Porriff, unlucky by Liam Porriff. And Waters, ex-St Mirren player as well loan-wise. O'Hara, ex-Kilmarnock player. Pasunga and Grieve, wide of the target. Cox got another good goal kick forward with the man on loan from Brentford. Plenty of power by that. Armstrong heads it down well for Liam Porriff here. And Porriff goes route one. And it's Ernest Cameron on the angle, but it's gone all the way through. That's Trevor Carson, and Ernest Cameron scored against Hibernian last weekend. But equaliser to get the start today, and he scores. Great assist by Liam Porriff as well. Great forward ball from Liam Porriff, and Kilmarnock lead. No wonder they're in the top six. Because it looks like this squad is very, very creative and very good at scoring their 9th goal of the Premiership for Kilmarnock. And Ernest Cameron scores his 2nd goal of the season. Derek McInnes will be delighted that Ernest Cameron is trying his absolute best at this level for the first time in Kilmarnock colours. Ernest Cameron is becoming a real opportunity under Derek McInnes. O'Hara up against his old team. Waters well done in there by Callum. Waters here. And Watson goes out to the right looking for Armstrong. And Armstrong wins the header well. And Porriff too. Ernest Cameron out to Armstrong, good play, this is from Killie. Excellent play, Bobby Wales in the middle, lucky. Cleared by St Mirren. And they do get it cleared, but Bobby Wales knows his future at Kilmarnock is looking good. Grieve, forward, well done by Ash Taylor. Back to Cox, who's going to have to get it away, and he does. Well done by the Killie keeper. Loving being all from Brentford, made all 4 appearances in the league and goal-wise, and he has conceded a couple. He has conceded every game. He's yet to concede in this one though. And forward it goes for Liam Porriff, who's got the run on the St Mirren defender. It's McGuinness. Watson tipped over the bar by Trevor Carson. Almost the first goal of the season there for David Watson. Armstrong with a corner. It's in by Daniel Armstrong. Headed away by Declan Gallagher. McGuinness on to Armstrong. Armstrong into the middle. Look to the back post there for that young man as well, Bobby Wales. Bobby Wales already on a goal this season, scored against Celtic here. Lost by St Mirren again. Watson for Bobby Wales here, who's going over the top. Shaughnessy into Trevor Carson's arms. Callum Waters was running up there. Was Callum Waters. Panzer to Lunga. Into the middle. Grieve sends it down for Mark O'Hara. Back to Grieve. And Bacchus! But Cox got down well to Cox. Cox obviously on loan for the season. The goalkeeper on loan from Brentford, showing the quality at Premiership level that he should. He is up for the task, he says, as he's got to get the football going. Headed in, knocked in, but headed away by Kilmarnock here. Now Chris Stokes can break. It is Chris Stokes. Don't know how he's getting far forward, but he continues his run. Does Chris Stokes? Look at Chris Stokes, still going here. Chris Stokes can't he get a ball in? Tried to cross, but Grieve got it away. But Chris Stokes ran all the way from the centre half there. And Armstrong's over the corner. No nick now, Andrew. No problem. Unlucky man. It's half time. It's Kilmarnock 1, St Mirren 0. Another game, 1-1 Hearts, unbeaten. Start to the season is going to be over at the moment. But St Mirren, no, they've took their chance, but they can't do it. But Cox has played all 4 league games so far. We've conceded all 3 of the league games, but we're still unbeaten somehow. He has yet to concede a goal against St Mirren today. So maybe his first clean sheet for the man on loan from Brentford. And Cox got down to it. Remember, guys, we only brought in Cox because we couldn't bring in Will Dennis. Good long from the Kilmarnock goalkeeper. He's had a very successful kicking spell. He goes route 1 as well with the goal kicks. He just doesn't take them short. He goes route 1. And it's Cameron back to Daniel Armstrong here. Armstrong knows he's got the pace on Scott Tanzer. Shaughnessy has come across. Good block by Shaughnessy. He's now a Dundee player. Joe Wright, well done and well in there. And it's Cameron. What's your snap? Oh, have you got a new snap now, Andrew? Dylan Tate, that's a foul, surely Waters, and it has been awarded by the referee. Free kick to Killie. It's Armstrong. Great header by Liam Porriff at the back post, but Trevor Carson sitting out for a corner there. Alan Power talking to Derek McInnes there. And it's Cameron. Great chance again for Killie. Killie trying to double their lead here against St Mirren down at Rugby Park. Good header down, good play. This is from Killie. They're starting, they're just showing their absolute quality. That they are quality under Derek McInnes, who knows their unbeaten record continues. At the moment, Tony Watt, Kilmarnock fans hate him, I hate him myself. Watson, Ian Porriff, Dennis Cameron. Bobby Wales goes over the top, and he goes over the top, and he finds Callum Waters here. Waters! Good shot, good save, Trevor Carson. Oh, Roddy McKenzie is going to come on, and so too is Donnelly. David Watson is also going to go after us after the hour mark, but David Watson is putting another good shift for Kilmarnock. Very proud of him is Derek McInnes. Armstrong's corner. Oh, Jesus, Andrew. Do it after this game, man, I'll tell you. Armstrong into the middle again. Donnelly! Just off the bench, Liam Donnelly. Donnelly really knows it's been rising highest to get the nod over the header to try and make it 2-0 to Kilmarnock. That's unlucky, Andrew, man. I've had my Snapchat hacked a couple of times. One from Trevor Carson. Joe Wright. Well done, Donnelly. Good movement from those two. McGuinness. Once for Minnis Cameron, over the top for Minnis Cameron here, and Bobby Wales is in behind. Good shot, good save by Trevor Carson though. Bobby Wales is full of confidence, I think. Well, Minnis Cameron's going to go after for a great goal today. Kyle Vassell will be on shortly, Kyle Vassell, who has been very important so far. Tony Watt now. Oh, Nash Taylor, what's he doing? Cox needs to run out now quickly and try and get that in before. Oh, one of my Cox, he goes route 1 though. He has a brilliant contribution. He's done very well there to get that. Fraser. Out to Scott Tanzer. This is good play. This is excellent play from St Mirren, and they've equalised. Cox is beaten. And St Mirren are level with 15 minutes to go. Vassell is going to come on, and Alan Power, and Matty Kennedy, and also Daniel Armstrong is going to be one of the players to be replaced. Armstrong has played so many minutes in the last couple of games, but Cox is so unlucky not to get out. His contribution's a very good goalie, but he's just unlucky. But he's just unlucky with a height difference. But he's okay, he's still positive. Bobby Wales, Alan Power against his old club. Waters to Donnelly. Now it's Rory McKenzie here. Lost by Rory. Poor from Rory. Well done in Alan Power. Kennedy. On to McKenzie. Back to Matthew Kennedy. Kennedy knows he's back in Ayrshire after 11 years away from Rugby Park. Tate. Shaughnessy. Good play from St Mirren. They really know they're trying to get a point. Bacchus. And St Mirren, have they just ended Kilmarnock's unbeaten start to the Premiership? St Mirren knew they were top going into this. They were ahead of Kilmarnock. But St Mirren have to play their way they usually do. Can Kilmarnock still get something? Question is probably not. Here is Kennedy though. It's Matty Kennedy. And he's onside here. They look for Kyle Vassell. Corner Killie. Kennedy is over it. Power is unlucky. Bobby Wales for Joe Wright. Lost by Rory McKenzie there. St Mirren have took their chances in this second half. Donnelly to Bobby Wales. Deflected. Power. Vassell. Look for, what you call, Matty Kennedy there, but he can't keep it. And Kilmarnock are switching off. Again at the back, it's Tony Watt. And it's finished. Kilmarnock 1, St Mirren 2. The first defeat of the season for Derek McInnes's Blue and White Army. Pretty poor from Killie. They took their chances second half. Killie at Hearts continued their unbeaten start to the Premiership. They are in fine form, Hearts. That is pretty poor though from Derek McInnes's Blue and White Army, especially at home on the pitch. We couldn't do much. Was touch. They took their chances, St Mirren. We were poor second half. And he's an excellent player, as Azunga. Can't estimate him. Fort Donnelly, but a first defeat of the season. Come on, at bottom of the top 6, but still well in the top 6. Right, Avonville is a very tricky place to go. Livingston are a very physical team as well. Rory McKenzie starts today, as Callum Waters is dropped to the bench. Donnelly starts, as Kyle McGuinness has dropped out to the team. And Alan Power comes in to captaincy the side. But Donnelly, he is in defence today. Ash Taylor is dropped to the bench as well. But really, Cox loves being on load and getting the opportunity still. But Ixon up his guns. I'm going to go 2-0 to Killie. But there we go. Avonville, a very tricky place to go. Livingston versus Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock looking to... Andrew, put it in chat for you, man. Right, so here is the Livingston team. It is George in goal. Longridge, O'Doig, DeLucas and Devlin as their back 4. Holt, Ken, Kelly and Shinney as their midfield 3. And Baruba, Anderson and Nubley in the front 3. And there you go, Andrew Dismas now. A couple of changes for Kilmarnock from the defeats, but Cox remains in goal somehow. He's still very good and capable. In the back 3, a change in. Donnelly does come in for Ash Taylor today. McKenzie also comes in. Alan Power comes into midfield to captain the side today. The front 2 retain their places. Here we go after losing to St Mirren. Can the boys respond here in Avonville? They know they've got a big game, but they know they've got to try and stay within the top 6. Reachable. Livingston, if they win against us, they could move into the top 6. Watson to McKenzie. McKenzie did come off the bench against St Mirren, but didn't do much. Good defending by Donnelly there. Donnelly in defence over Ash Taylor today. Cox will go forward with a quite decent kick. It's not a bad kick again. Cox is showing the quality on loan from Brentford, playing another appearance. 5 out of 5 so far in the Premiership appearances wise. Bobby Wales. Rounds in his Cameron, who goes for the delicate shot, but George dealt with it very well. Livingston are a very physical and hard team to break down against sometimes, but they're also hard to defend against. See, look at that. Forward from Killie. It's Donnelly. Back to Cox, who's going to go route 1. And he can't find nobody. It's went over David Martindale. Cox knows he's a brilliant goalie in front of a back 3. In front of him, a strong back 3, I hope. Bublo. Across comes Donnelly. Donnelly brought him down, no penalty. Has been awarded by the officials, or nothing's been given. Livingston fans crying for a penalty now. Armstrong to Innes Cameron. Look back for Daniel Armstrong here on the right. Well done, Daniel Armstrong. Nibley. Bruce Anderson. For Jason Holt. And it's now Andrew Shinnie. Over Cox goal. Cox is delighted he's in goal. And showing why he's a Premiership goalie for now. For the time being. Stokes. Loses it, does Chris Stokes. Bruce Anderson, Donnelly, well done. Bobby Wales can't get it cleared either. Embolo. Into the middle. Stokes away for Watson. Lovely. Liam Forrest. Tennis Cameron. And here is Bobby Wales. He's all alone here. Is Bobby Wales. He's going to have to get a lot of players in the middle. He's got a teammate in the middle. I think it's Ennis Cameron. It is Ennis Cameron! Great link up between the two strikers. And Ennis Cameron scores for the third game running. He's showing why he's a Premiership level player and heading in the Premiership. But really how he got the delicate of touches on that ball. Rises highest. And it's Livingston 0, Kilmarnock 1, and Ennis Cameron is starting to show why. Derek McInnes trusts him. Derek McInnes knows he powerfully believes in Ennis Cameron. His third Premiership goal of the season. And Ennis Cameron scores for the third game running for Kilmarnock. Here's Roddy McKenzie. It's another teasing ball in. Livingston dealing with it. Really high. Kilmarnock no losing to St Mirren was poor. We were 1 up and then we lost to St Mirren. And the lads hold on this time. But they can, you never know. Stokes on to Bobby Wales. Bobby Wales finds Ennis Cameron, who's in behind. It's in by Ennis Cameron. Looked at the back post for Armstrong there. Nibley. Beaten by captain today, Alan Power. And Alan Power fouls him, and Alan Power has been booked. Alan Power did come into captain the side today, but Ash Taylor does drop to the bench. Forward. Well done, Joe Wright. Armstrong to Alan Power. Chapman Finlay, how you doing, man? Ennis Cameron. Out wide for Daniel Armstrong here. It's in by Daniel Armstrong. Not a bad ball. And McKenzie with the header. Good save, George. Well done, Watson. It is David Watson. Incredible. Thanks. Yeah, Finlay, what's happening, man? How are you? How you been the last couple of hours? Hope you're enjoying the series. I know you probably are, though. Joe Wright for Armstrong. Well done, Daniel Armstrong. Good movements from him. Here's Ennis Cameron. Huh. Love to see it, man. Armstrong here on the edge of the area. It's Armstrong. Just over the bar from Daniel Armstrong. Armstrong knows the capability of playing as a professional footballer is good. Moment heading 1-0 up at half time at Avonvale. And showing why we want to be physical. Well done, David Watson. And now, Andrew Shinnie. Cox delighted that went wide, but Cox is a brilliant goalie for us. Power, can't get that. For to Joel Nibley, well over the bar. It's half time, no, it's Livingston 0, Kilmarnock 1. Kilmarnock 1 up here in Avonvale after the defeat to St Mirren last week. The boys are responding. St Mirren are 1 up against Rangers, Jesus, and Celtic are beating Aberdeen. It's really high, it's really just, at the moment, going Kilmarnock's way. Here at Livingston, 1 up at half time. Ennis Cameron has now scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. So he's on fire at the moment, Ennis Cameron, banging in the headers and goals. Joe Wright brought him down, no free kick, but play on. Livingston here to come on the attack. They've got all sorts of bodies going forward. Down goes Joe Nibley. No penalty kick, says the referee. It didn't look like a penalty, but oh well. Kilmarnock will continue to remain 1 up for the time being. Andrew Shinnie, handball by Andrew Shinnie. Kilmarnock free kick has been presented by the officials. Or from Chris Stokes onto wee Rory McKenzie. Go on, Rory. There's foul there, Rory McKenzie. Free kick, I think. Yep, free kick to Kilmarnock here. Whipped in by Rory McKenzie. Into George's arms. Oh, George has lost out to Armstrong here. Porriff for Ennis Cameron. Bobby Wales. Oh, this is a really tight box. And it comes on to Ennis Cameron here on the right. Poor from Ennis Cameron. But Kilmarnock should have went 2 up there, but Ennis Cameron. No scoring that opening goal in the first half for Kilmarnock for the 3rd game running. He's the lad, and he scored. But can Kilmarnock hold on to this 3 points here at Avonville? Donnelly. Heads it back to Cox, goalkeeper's arms. Cox forward as well. And his Cameron, a good header. And poor for it as well. Here's come Livingston now. Down goes Donnelly. Donnelly brought down Nubley. Here's Joe Wright. Up against Joe Wright is Andrew Shinnie. Well done, Joe Wright. Well in there. Well, Liam Porriff is going to be replaced by former Burnley man Kyle McGuinness. Kyle McGuinness on for another Killie appearance for Kyle McGuinness. Andrew Shinnie to Kelly. Donnelly well in there, Donnelly's playing well in that back three today. Showing the quality one. They want the clean sheet today after the defeat last week. And Cox, he's making flying saves again. He is showing his quality. Bobby Wales, good layoff that is to Kyle McGuinness. Kyle McGuinness, oh, really digable. Oda to Nubley. Wide of the target again from Livingston. They just don't create. They've not created and done much. Cox goal kick to Joe Wright. It's Alan Power, lost by Alan Power. And here comes Kelly. Here's Nubley. He's passing it all and he's passing it all, but Joe Wright ends up bringing him down just outside the penalty box. The referee straight over at Joe Wright. Oh, and it's a red card. Joe Wright is off. Oh, is that a red card challenge? That's poor. Gonna bring off Rory McKenzie. And no, we'll bring off David Watson for Ash Taylor. But Jesus Christ, how is that a red card? And Joe Wright receives the first red card of this Kilmarnock series. Joe Wright has been shown a straight red card for absolutely nothing. Kilmarnock need to get a player on the line. Good block by Bobby Wales and over the top by Devlin. Can Kilmarnock hold on to this 1-0 lead for 20 minutes? It is possible. Power. Blocked by Andrew Shinnie again. Andrew Shinnie really is complaining himself. Here's Ash Taylor to take the free kick, the substitute. This is Andrew Shinnie, beaten by Power, who's already been booked. Kyle Vassell on. Kyle Vassell will be on shortly, and so too will Matty Kennedy. Matty Kennedy knows joining on loan from Aberdeen. Trying to get his career going. That's a good ball for Nubley. Oh, and Livingston are level finally against Kilmarnock. Livingston knew they would score eventually, but Cox is beaten again. Cox is a very good goalie, but hasn't dealt with that this time. These Kilmarnock players will never give up, though, but it's Pittman with the goal. And Scott Pittman is delighted that he's got Livingston equaliser. Kennedy to Vassell. Good play from those two on the left. Here is Matty Kennedy. Scored a couple of times for Aberdeen against Livingston. Well done, Kennedy. Vassell to McGuinness. McGuinness on to Power. Here's Ennis Cameron. Turns back and he keeps it onside for the team. Great ball from Ennis Cameron here, actually. And here's Kennedy. Good block from Livingston. And Bruce Anderson Beaten well by Chris Stokes. Excellent defending by Chris Stokes. Armstrong. Tennis Cameron here. Back to Daniel Armstrong. And Daniel Armstrong has Vassell alongside him. It's going to be Armstrong. Oh, and look for Vassell, who was unlucky not to get there. Far from George. McGuinness. Kennedy. Back to Kyle McGuinness. Kyle McGuinness. Out to Matty Kennedy. Back to Kyle McGuinness. Nubley. On to Bruce Anderson. McGuinness lost by him, and Nubley. Kilmarnock lose for the second game running, and Derek McGuinness will not be happy. His team have really not improved from last month, from the earlier this month. It was the help of Kilmarnock being down to 10 men, but Livingston have moved above Kilmarnock in the table. Kilmarnock just knew that something was going to happen, battling with 10 men, and it is Joel Nubley. Joel Nubley with just his first goal of the season. It's finished Livingston 2, Kilmarnock 10 man, Kilmarnock 1. Kilmarnock lost for the second game running. That's a really poor episode, guys, but guys, this is going to be it. St Mirren of Flaming Hell destroyed Rangers and Paisley.
Oh, hi there. I've just got a couple of questions about the match.
They will always play McKenzie. Poor Joe Knight, I'm sure we'll be alright without him. Hopefully. Did everything we could again.
Thanks, that's all.
Got for deadline day and that is it. But guys, down to 8th place in the Premiership, -1 goal difference. It's not looking good. Just go for the whole of deadline day. Ernest Cameron is not going anywhere. We've got Dundee United next, guys. We're going to finish this episode on 9th place. We dropped into the bottom 6. We really know we're still 4 points clear of bottom side Hibernian, who really are struggling this season. The Scottish Cup hasn't been drawn. Yes, as we've got St Mirren. So guys, I will see you guys later.